ready? Go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're live for the first pitch here from Gaylord High School softball field. In there for a swing and a miss. Strike one to the leadoff hitter for the Cadillac Vikings. On the mound for the Blue Devils this afternoon, Matheson, as she delivers the pitch. In there for another swing and a miss quickly.
0-2 on the
That's
battery,
right.
yeah.
As I welcome in my counterpart this afternoon, Tyler Bowerman, we have official Tom Pratt mic'd up at home plate tonight. So if you hear another voice chiming in tonight or this afternoon, that's Tom. Home plate umpire wearing the Pine Squirrel mic. So as you just heard him right there. 1-2 pitch is up and away to the leadoff hitter for the Vikings. Once again, Charles Strail, joined by Tyler Bowerman tonight. Beautiful afternoon from Gaylord High School. 1-2 pitch is followed right back behind the plate. 2-2 count now on the leadoff hitter for the Vikings. This game being brought to you by our friends at the Pine Squirrel, local Jimmy John's of Gaylord, and Next Level Sandbag. Excellent afternoon. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Matherson delivers.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. One up, one down for the early K for Matherson. And that's exactly how you want to start off the game right there, Tyler, with an early strikeout.
It is. She got up on her 0-2, got ahead early in the count, and then struck her out on the 2-2 count there.
Yeah, that's can't draw it up any better than that.
Nope.
First pitch is in there for a called strike. So already Matherson getting ahead in the count, only having to use 6 pitches so far. That one's inside. So 1-1 count. Tyler, what have you seen so far from Matherson on the mound in terms of composure, being able to attack the strike zone?
Yeah, she's getting ahead of the hitters early. She's got an 0-2 count in the first batter and a
That's right.
0-1 count in the second batter.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit down the line, foul. That one was drifting foul as we have the wind blowing from left center field to right field in this one. So you can kind of anticipate a lot of those baseballs hit down the first base line to fade foul.
Yep.
So here's the 1-2 pitch from Matherson. Is down low, taken. That's a hard pitch to lay off of, especially as a right-handed hitter, Tyler. You you see something down and in coming into a right-handed batter. You want to try to pull that one down the third base line. Here's the 2-2 pitch, up high and away, so count goes full on the second hitter for the Vikings. Matherson now with a payoff pitch coming. Fanned the first hitter with an early strikeout.
And she did again.
And got the next with another strikeout. So Matherson 2 up, 2 down, 2 Ks for her. No, we're not playing 2K basketball. It's 2K strikeouts so far for the right-handed pitcher.
Back-to-back Ks there to start the inning.
Yeah, it's
Start the game, I should
it's a
say.
really good way to begin a good sunny afternoon, Tyler.
It is. It's our second good day in a row now.
That's right. After Tuesday, games were rained out due to some inclement weather. Now with the 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Matherson now with a chance to strike out the side in the top half of the first inning here. And she does just that. Going down swinging, Matherson strikes out the side. You're off now. Down will be, down is off. Yeah.
Are you guys live? What are you live?
It's to Next Level Broadcasting.
Okay.
So if you type it on YouTube, you type in Next Level Broadcasting,
Okay.
you'll be able to find the link.
So today, and it'll say today's game.
It'll be Gaylord versus Cadillac Junior Varsity Softball.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. I think I have a QR code you can scan if you're unable to find it.
No, I was gonna send it to her brother.
Sure. Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning. Blue Devils will lead off with Depew, Wells, and Garrido. and it was a 3-up, 3-down top half of the first inning for Matherson as she was able to strike out the side. Excellent job of pitching, keeping that pitch count down as well. Once again, the first inning brought to you by Pine Squirrel, Jimmy John's of Gaylord, and Next Level Sandbag for all of your help and needs in terms of water erosion and mitigating those risks. Check out Next Level Sandbag, and they can certainly help you take care of those pesky problems caused by water. It's a bit of a windy afternoon, so we apologize for the feedback coming through our mic. However, we want to thank the home plate umpire Tom Pratt for wearing the mic in today's game. That's the Pine Squirrel microphone, as Pine Squirrel is a huge sponsor of local softball for the local Gaylord community, as Depew stands in waiting for the first pitch, and it's in there a little low, missed on the inside part of the plate for a ball. So 1-0 count to Depew, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Devils. And second pitch is in there low again. That one skipped just in front of home plate. So right off a early hitter's count for Depew as she stands in with a 2-0 count, looking to get something going here for the Blue Devils in the first inning, bottom half of the inning. And this one's popped right back over the backstop, so that'll run the count to 2-1. Depew digs back into the batter's box. Pitch is up, swing and a miss. That's a good pitch, tough pitch to hit. The first couple pitches that have been thrown have been down, away, and inside, and now the pitcher changing the eye level for Depew going up top. 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch. Taken low for a ball, just missed the bottom half of the strike zone there. Good eye by Depew to lay off of that pitch. Next one's in for a called ball 4. So Depew advances with an early on leadoff walk. So that will bring up Wells with Depew on first. And Wells squares the bunt. Depew will advance on the wild pitch down to second base, so an easily advance to the runner. And now Wells ahead in the count 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Wells, and that's bounced in for a ball, wild pitch as well. So Depew will advance to third base on the wild pitch. Wells waits on the 2-0 pitch. In there for a called strike. Good patience at the plate by Wells to lay off the high and outside pitch. It was a strike, but not her pitch. So with a 2-1 count, Depew on first base, Wells at the plate, and that one's fouled off right behind the mound. Running to 2-2 on Wells as she's been battling up front in the bottom half of the first inning. Blue Devils with a runner on third base, no outs, bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pulled down the left field line, long, strong, and hard. That's all the way to the wall. It'll bounce off the wall, be fielded, and then Wells will stroll in with a RBI double. Squared the bat around on that and made excellent contact, pulling that one into the left field over the head of the left fielder. Had to play it off the bounce on the wall. So that'll give the Blue Devils an early 1-0 advantage as Wells will advance on the pitch in the dirt. Here's the 1-0 pitch high and up top. Wells is going to attempt to come home, but the ricochet off the backstop is going to prevent her from advancing. It's linked. It's linked right now. You just got to connect the cord. So the 3-0 count now on Sanam, as she's going to take all the way, ball 4. So she'll reach on a walk. That'll be runners on the corners, first and third base now for the Blue Devils. Coming to the plate will be the cleanup hitter, Sanam, as Garrido. And that one's up and away for a called strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 count now. Blue Devils with runners on second and third. Early run came around to score was Depew. Wells on third. Garrido on second. Sanam, the hitter. And that one's in there for a called strike 3. So the first strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Hall for the Blue Devils. Opportunity for a couple RBIs here if she's able to put this one in play. Runners on second and third. Bottom half of the first inning. And that one's inside right at her feet. And the runner's going to come home, try to score, and does. So another runner around. That's Wells in for the Blue Devils, giving them a 2-0 early advantage here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes in the count. And that one's going to get away from the catcher, and coming around to score will be Garrido. So excellent start for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the first inning. .30 early advantage. And that one's up high again. So a walk for Hall as Matheson comes up. Runner on first base. It's only 1 out. That one's high and outside. Advancing to second base will be the Blue Devil runner, as now they have another runner in scoring position. That one's bounced low into the plate, so 2-0 count, 1 out, 3-0 lead for the Blue Devils in the bottom half of the first inning. Excellent afternoon today for those watching at home or watching wherever. It is a beautiful day for baseball, as the count will go to 3 balls, no strikes. And right now, an excellent hitter's count. And taking all the way and advancing on the walk. And so that'll bring up Sursley for the Blue Devils. First pitch to Sursley is high, taken for a ball. So Blue Devils with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 count. Sursley going to take inside for another called ball, so 2-0 count on her. Runners on first and second. This all started off with a leadoff walk by Depew. And then a double all the way to the left center field wall. Eventually scored the first run for the Blue Devils. The 2-1 pitch is errant and outside. And so the runners advance to second and third. 3-1 count. 3-1 count. Pitch is high, ball 4. So Blue Devils really adopting a good, concentrated but patient approach at the plate this afternoon, and able to advance on 4 walks so far. Only 1 hit, but that 1 hit did come around to score a runner from second base. Up high and coming in to score. Yes, she will. Sliding attempt made by Hall, and also coming around is Matheson. Excuse me. So we have time called by the home plate umpire, Tom Pratt, as the Blue Devils have now taken their lead and advanced it to 5-0 early in the bottom of the first inning. We can't pair it because we're running the live broadcast. So a meeting on the mound for the Vikings as the Blue Devils have put 5 runs on them in the bottom of the first inning. Excellent start for the Blue Devils here this afternoon. And it's just been a game where the patience at the plate has allowed them and afforded them the luxury to put pressure on the Vikings pitching, and unable to find the strike zone early as there's been a litany of wild pitches so far for the Vikings. So with a 1-0 count, coming to the plate will be Weber, I believe. Might have to check the lineup, the scorecard here. Runners on second and third. And that one's lined down the right field line, in for a base hit. That'll score 1 run, maybe 2. And it will. Excuse me, 1 run in on that one. Up to bat, Cronin. Time called. Cronin getting some instructions as she comes up to the plate. Weber on first base with an RBI single. 6-0 lead for the Blue Devils here. Still in the bottom of the first. Cronin's going to square to bunt. Ball up high. Weber advancing on the wild throw to second base. Advancing to third now. And she'll hold there as the Vikings unable to prevent her advancement around the base paths. One 1-0 pitch is high again. And that one's low and inside, coming from third base is Weber. She's going to score standing up. So 7-0 lead for the Blue Devils. Still in the first inning. Cronin up to the plate with a 3-0 count, only 1 out still. Here's the pitch, and that should be ball 4. So Cronin advances to first base. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Depew. Blue Devils have batted around here in the top or the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch to Depew is down for a ball. Advancing will be Cronin to second base, getting herself into scoring position. Base hit now, scores a run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High, back to the backstop as Cronin will advance to third base. So 2-0 count, excellent hitter count for Depew. And she takes the 2-0 count and pokes it out of play down the right field line. Well out of play, just couldn't square that one. Cord came disconnected. So that one's in there for a ball, so 3-1 count. Depew with the 3-1 count. That's in there for ball 4. Coming around from third base is Cron, and she'll score standing up. Excellent job of base running for the Blue Devils as they make it 8-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And a wild, well, just a fielding error for the Vikings allows Depew to advance. As Wells digs into the batter's box. Her second at bat of the inning. Blue Devils have sent 10 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the first pitch. That hit Wells on the foot, so she'll advance to first base on the opening pitch. Now standing in is Garrido for the Blue Devils, and that one's popped up into short right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit, having to advance hard. Wells to second base, and she's tagged out or just forced out there. However, a run does come around to score in Depew, so the Blue Devils add another one on, 9-0. So that's another wild pitch to the lead-up hitter, Sanam, and Garrido advances to second base. (9-0) lead for the Blue Devils, bottom of the first inning. This pitch is high and away, ball 2, 2-0 count for Sanam, the cleanup hitter. Garrido on second base. Blue Devils looking to add one more run here in the bottom of the first inning. And that one's high and away, so advance the runner to third base. Once again, want to thank the home plate umpire, Tom Pratt, for wearing the Pine Squirrel microphone tonight, bringing you audio right from home plate. The 3-0 count is taken inside for a strike. So 3-1 count now in Sanam. Runner on third base is Garrido. Opportunity to get a nice RBI here. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And coming around to score, standing up, is Garrido. So make it 10-0 lead for the Blue Devils. 10-0 lead for the Blue Devils, 3-2 count for Sanam. Full count delivery pitch is high, so advance the runner. And we're going to get a special pinch runner subbing in for the catcher, Sanam. So she'll go to first base, and the 12th player to hit. It's how the cord is sitting. And the cord has to be flat. So the first pitch was in there for a ball. 1-0 count. Hall to the plate, taking another high pitch. So 2-0 count. It's 10-0 here in the first inning. Two outs. And that one's pulled down the third base line, inside the bag, rounding third and coming home. Hall will make the turn at first, and she's rounding second now, going to third, and she'll stand in with a triple. RBI triple for Hall, make it 11-0 for the Blue Devils. Bottom of the first inning.
A lot of runs so far for Cadillac.
Yeah, the Blue Devils have been, as I welcome back in Tyler Bowerman. Tyler has been monitoring the game from the first base path. What have you seen coming down the line there in terms of the litany of runners that the Blue Devils have been able to put on base in the bottom of the first inning, Tyler?
Just a lot of runners, a lot of base hits, a lot of hits down the line. You had a one hit the wall over there in left field.
Yeah.
A lot of walks too.
A lot of walks, a lot of
Patient hitters.
Yeah, exactly. And, the approach by the Blue Devils early on in this game, Tyler, it's been clear and obvious that they want to make the Vikings throw strikes.
Yeah.
And when they're throwing strikes, they're hitting those pitches. And that one's taken up top and high, coming around to score. Standing up will be Hall. So 12-0 lead for the Blue Devils. 3-0 count for Matheson. And like you said, Tyler, a really good approach, but patience and also not being overly aggressive.
Yeah. Not swinging at the bad pitches, only hitting the good ones.
That's right. That one's up high and another walk. Manager for the Vikings is going to make a trip to the mound just to try to settle the nerves down. With that, we're going to step aside and hear from our friends at the local Gaylord Jimmy John's. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
I want to thank our friends at the local Jimmy John's of Gaylord for sponsoring today's game, bringing this one right to you wherever you may be watching from, whether it's in your office, at work. We won't tell your boss, that's okay. Or watching your favorite Blue Devil from anywhere in the country, all brought to you by Next Level Broadcasting. Want to thank some of our other sponsors tonight, the Pine Squirrel and Gaylord, home to your favorite summer, spring, softball leagues. Pine Squirrel, the place to get your fill of food and softball, along with Next Level Sandbag. Listen, folks, it's almost time for summer fun and family activities, but if you're dealing with any type of water erosion problems and want to take care of that before the family or the grandkids come, give them a call. Next Level Sandbag, check them out online, and they'll be happy to help you and assist you in providing a temporary solution to a temporary problem. That's Next Level Sandbag. As we're in the midst of a pitching change right here. So, Tyler, as I welcome my co-host Tyler Bowerman back in, it's been all Blue Devils so far as the Cadillac Vikings haven't been able to find the strike zone. We're sitting right behind home plate here in the absolutely gorgeous afternoon. I mean, Tyler, this has been a job that you've had for a while, but, you don't have to buy that pass to get your tan this summer. I mean, you can get it right here.
Yep, you can. It's going to be nice the rest of the year. It looks like no more snow, no more rain, hopefully, when we have games from now on.
Well, no more snow, no more rain, but a lot of thunder packed into the bats of the Blue Devils so far.
Yep.
Putting one off the left center field wall was Wells during her first plate appearance. I mean, that one almost got out of here. If the wind wasn't blowing from left center to right field, Tyler, that one might get out.
Yeah, it might be.
First pitch in there is inside an errant catch. So advance the runner. Cersley at the plate for the Blue Devils. Matheson on second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Taken for a called strike up top. Tyler, that's a hard one to lay off, isn't it?
It is up there.
I mean, when you're not seeing a lot of strikes come through the zone and you see one that's high and away, that's a tough one to fend off from.
And she swings at the next one down low in the dirt.
That was a good job of the pitcher by changing eye levels.
Yep.
Yep. You see the first one come in high and away, and then you see the next one come in low and inside. It's hard to track it. So runner on third, 1-2 pitch is up and away, so 2-2 count on Cersley. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one's up high as well, so run the count full.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Just seems like the Cadillac pitchers have had a hard time keeping the ball down.
Yeah, they have. It's all been high, up and away, high. Just
And
high
that
in
one's
general.
pulled into left field. Base hit, RBI single. Coming around to score is Matherson. Searsley delivers with the RBI knock. Make it 13-0 Blue Devils. That was a good piece of hitting, letting the count go full. And then waiting to get her pitch was Searsley. Up to bat is Weber with runner on first base. Cronin on deck for the Blue Devils. Here's the first pitch to Weber, and that one swung on and missed inside. Just looked like maybe a little change up there, keeping the hitter off balance. So 0-1 count on Weber as she stands back into the batter's box. That one's high and away for a ball. So 1-1 count. 13 runs in for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 pitch is swung on right back up the middle. This is going to be a tough play, and she's going to reach on a seeing eye single. Coming around from second to score is Searsley. Now Weber advancing to second on the errant throw. It's 14-0 Blue Devils putting on a clinic. So Cronin up to the plate. She reached on a walk in her earlier at bat this inning. So let's see what's in store for her second at bat of the inning as she squares the bunt, tries to put it down the third base line, but pulls it a little bit foul. So 1 strike on Cronin as she is continuing her approach at the plate to square the bunt. And the 0-1 pitch is just tap foul over the backstop here. As the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes, as you heard there from our home plate umpire, Tom Pratt, wearing the Pine Squirrel microphone today. 0-2 pitch to Cronin inside and advance the runner to third base. That's Weber. She goes to third base. So 1-2 count for Cronin. Reached on a walk her first time up in the first inning as the Blue Devils have batted around twice. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So that'll be 3 outs for the Blue Devils, but not before they're able to cross the plate 14 times. Excellent bottom half of the first inning for the Blue Devils. We're going to step aside and be back in 60 seconds from Gaylord High School. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Welcome back, I should say, to the second inning, as we had an exorbitantly long first inning as the Blue Devils were able to bring 14 runs across the plate. Going back out will be Matheson to the mound. Excuse me, we'll have to check that. Who is pitching for the Blue Devils right now?
Burrito. Sorry. Matheson's my daughter. I wasn't going to correct you. She's 4 on the floor.
So Garrido on the mound. And that one's hit right back to the second baseman. Going to be a tough play at first. And called safe at first base.
You know, in second base, or first base shouldn't have went after that ball. They should just let second take that and go to cover first there.
Well, that's one of those communication
Yeah.
plays, Tyler, that you need to kind of sort through.
Yep.
I mean, you go through that kind of thing and just kind of figure it out. So Garrido working with a runner on base for the first time this game. That one's chopped to the shortstop over the head of the first baseman, advancing to third and staying on first base. So the Vikings have something going early here. Runners on the corners with no outs.
Yep.
Seeing eye single, an infield hit, leadoff batter, and then the second batter up reached on what would have probably been an infield hit. Now you can call it an error, but she would have reached on that play, regardless of the error from the shortstop. So advancing on the pitch in the dirt is a Lady Viking. So 0-1 at the plate. Garrido fires it in there for a strike. So early in the count, 0-2. Want to apologize for the mix-up of names earlier on in the bottom half of the first inning. We're still working around with a new lineup every game. So another strike. Garrido fires it in there, trying to get the snap throw to third base after the strikeout. But safe at third was the Viking base runner.
It was a good throw down there to third. It almost got her there.
Yeah, that was a really accurate snap throw, Tyler.
Yeah,
impressed with the accuracy and precision. Also with the velocity on that snap throw. Tough play to make.
Yeah, it was.
So Garrido's next pitch is an off-speed breaker. Just missed high and away on that one. Tyler, what are you looking for as a pitcher? Sometimes it's hard to come back and find the rhythm after having such a long layover. I mean, the Blue Devils batted around twice in the bottom of the first inning. So how do you find that rhythm?
You just have to start throwing them in the zone, start trusting your defense, throw them in the zone. Just get ahead of the count.
And that one's lined to the first baseman, trying to get the runner back at third.
She got her there.
And not having to make the tag since there was a runner on second base, that'll end the inning. So let me bring in Tyler Bowerman, my counterpart this afternoon. Tyler, what have you seen so far from the Blue Devils that have allowed them to get out to this 14-0 lead?
A lot of patience, a lot of good hitting, selective hitting, I should say. You know, swing at the good pitches, good defense there, just a nice double play there, and a good snap throw. They almost got it at third. Other than that, they've been playing good ball all around.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the way that Garrido bounced back in the top of the second inning, Tyler. I mean, you have to take into account that
she just sat for
she was
40 minutes.
She was sitting for such a long time, and to come back and find the zone, but also utilize her fielders.
Yeah,
make them put it in play essentially, and giving them the chance to help her out, because when you have such good fielding, as the Blue Devils just demonstrated, they're able to double off the runner.
Yep. With the nice little catch there at first.
Yeah.
Even the catcher had a nice snap throw again to try to get her out at third there.
Okay, so do you know who's leading off?
We're trying to get the lineup sorted out as we had some errors in that first inning there. Trying to get the right numbers with the right players here. Okay. So up at the plate is the leadoff hitter, Depew.
Ready, batter?
Depew for Gaylord here with the 14-0 lead in the bottom of the second now. First one down low and in called for a strike by Tom Pratt. Second one low, down below the zone, hit the dirt. It's a 1-1 count now for Cadillac. Another one bouncing the batter's box there on the left-hand side. 2-1 count now. Good hitters count for Gaylord. That one threw behind the batter. We got a 3-1 count now.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, taking a hack at 3-1. Full count now here. That one up and high away. Another walk for Gaylord there. Now up to bat, Wells, the second batter in the lineup, I should say. Starts off high, the 1-0 count now. So second one foul tip there by Wells. Oh, that was a good pitch there up and away, but call a ball there. Another hard one to lay off.
Three balls, 1 strike.
Another 3-1 count for the Gaylord hitters here for Wells. Walk the second batter of the inning now. Runners on first and second with no outs. Looks like the pitcher's up to bat here, Garrido, number 6. Makes solid contact, gets the runner out at first. Both runners advance. She did her job there, advanced runners second and third.
Didn't get it all, did I?
Brings up the cleanup hitter here for Gaylord. Inside there for Cadillac. 1-0 count. Ball low, 2-0 count.
Out there!
That was a nice play made there.
It was a nice hit and solid contact and then good throw to first.
Good throw to first, but the run scores. So RBI, well, yeah, an RBI for Sanam.
Yep, RBI ground out. Strike inside there for Cadillac. 0-1 count for Cadillac now. Swinging at the ball is Hall there. Puts her in an 0-2 count here. Anything close you gotta swing at?
Yeah, Tyler, just like you said, got to defend the plate here.
Yep. Up and away, it makes a 1-2 count. Still has Still have to defend. Okay. Okay. Ground out to third, gets it out at first, and that should be the inning there. We hit to the top of the third with only one run scoring in that inning. It's 15-0. With that being said, we'll thank our sponsors our friends at Jimmy John's in between innings.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
We're back here in the top of the third. It's 15-0 in favor of Gaylord. And we have Garrido pitching on the mound for Gaylord softball here. Last thing as a reminder, she gave up two infield singles, and then got help from her defense on the double play that got her out of the inning. First pitch, a swing and a miss from number 6 on Cadillac. Second one in there for a strike. Again, working ahead of the count, ahead of the hitters. 0-2 count. One-two count here. Cadillac hitter has to defend the plate no matter what. Outside there. Makes it a 2-2 count. Works it back even.
Are you guys doing both games today? Are you signed up to do any other games this season?
That one a little late on the ball. Fouled it off the fence on the right, or on the first base side. Swing and a miss. Strike there. Strike 3 for there.
Her dad lives downstate. He's like, I didn't know. And I said, I had no idea until I sat next to the guys. That's cool.
In there for a strike, the bottom half of the zone inside. Good pitch there for Gardio. Ooh, that one was close there. Another one up top.
You guys went streaming the Varsity game on Friday? Last Friday. Okay. Because we played in Taos when they were watching it.
2-1 count here for the Cadillac hitter, with 1 out in the inning. Inside there for a 3-1 count now. Good hitters count for Cadillac. You don't swing at it if you don't like it. Has to be perfect for you. That was inside the part of the plate. Caught the zone. It's now a 3-2 count. Anything close now. and she walked her there on a 3-2 count. Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the third inning, 15-0 so far here in the first game of the doubleheader for Gaylord. We got a bunt here. Gets her, oh. She's safe at second. Pitcher turned around, threw it to second. She was safe at second and safe at first. Got 2 runners on now for Cadillac. Fired a strike over the first. We got, I think the first baseman, she was either beat the throw or the first baseman pulled her foot off the bag. Couldn't really see it there. Bases loaded, 1 out. We got an infield meeting here between the entire Gaylord infield. The catcher called it. Low in the zone. Makes it a 1-0 count here for Cadillac. Swinging at the high chopper. Gets the out at home. Safe all around besides the out at home. So 2 outs with the bases still loaded here. All the batter saying put there was the ball went behind the batter at the plate. Second one high, makes a 2-0 count here. Makes contact, hits it right to second. Second throws to first and gets out at first. Way to work out the jam there for Garrido there. Gets out of a bases load jam with 2 outs. 1 thrown out at home and 1 thrown out at first.
That's right. So Tyler with the 15-0 mercy run in effect. That'll conclude the first of this doubleheader. We're going to step aside here and be back in roughly 15 to 20 minutes. We'll be back in 10 or so with our pregame thoughts heading into the second half of the doubleheader. Hang with us, folks. We'll be back after this break.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
All right, we're back. Coming back in for game 2 of the doubleheader from Gaylord High School. Like I said on screen, you can see we'll be back in 10 minutes. Well, it's been 10 minutes, so we're back getting ready for the second of today's doubleheader. Tom Pratt wearing the Pine Squirrel microphone tonight. Let's get a mic check with man behind the plate. Tom, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. The man behind the plate, that's Tom Pratt. He's actually the man behind first base, third base, the plate, center field. Tom working on a skeleton crew today. So big thank you to Tom.
It is what it is. A shortage of umpires in the state. Just it happens to be like that. So.
Well, Tom, you did a great job. That was I would say an easy to officiate first game.
Yeah, no, officiating isn't hard.
That's right.
But it's a quick game.
Well, maybe one day we'll be able to, and still obviously no instant replay, but you get to kind of self-check your calls one day once we can finally.
Well, I watched the last game and I only watched about 3 pitches and I was disgusted.
Oh man, the self scout's always the toughest one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, hey, want to thank Tom Pratt. Want to thank the Pine Squirrel for supplying the microphone behind the plate. Mike, bringing you the official sounds of a softball game on a beautiful afternoon. Tom, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Nick Wenzel over there.
Okay.
Nick in the house there. Here we go.
All right. Shout out to Nick Wenzel. Always in the house. When Nick's in the house, it's a party. I mean, that's just the way it be. So, Tyler, as I welcome you back in, Tyler, what are you expecting to see here from the Blue Devils to come out strong in a game where they totally dominated the first half? What are you expecting to see from the Blue Devils as
some more patient hitting, more good swinging at good pitches, walking a lot, and playing good defense all around?
Right. So this will be Weber on the mound for the second half of this game. So Weber, let's see what she can do after an excellent pitched first game by Garrido. So Weber on the mound and a couple substitutions for the Blue Devils. We'll get to that in the bottom half of the inning when they come to the plate. So once again, when the Blue Devils get to the plate, we'll fill you in on the substitutions in the lineup card that head coach Tony just supplied us with as we get set to kick off the second half of today's afternoon doubleheader from Gaylord High School. This is Next Level Broadcasting. This game is being brought to you by your local Jimmy John's in Gaylord, the Pine Squirrel in Gaylord, and Next Level Sandbag. I welcome in Tyler Bowerman. Later on in this broadcast, we're going to welcome in our guest, Nick Wenzel. And Nick will be contributing his content and thoughts and sharing his ideas of how the Blue Devils are playing ball this afternoon. Nick, an avid softball player at the Pine Squirrel in Gaylord, so stay tuned for his insight and analysis. That'll be coming up at the top of the second inning. We'll bring in Nick Wenzel. So for everybody watching at home, thank you for tuning in. If you're, just getting out of work, we ask you to please not watch and drive on your commute home from work. You can watch the game in its entirety, even after it's happened. Just go to Next Level Broadcasting on YouTube. Check it out. You find us there. You can search all of the previously streamed games and check out from our catalog of games streamed which one you want to watch. As the leadoff hitter for the Vikings steps into the plate, that one's a little bit high to the backstop for Weber. So 1-0 count. All right, let's crank up the microphone on home plate umpire Tom Pratt and get a little in-game volume. Okay, so early 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. And strike called, swing and a miss. So run the count 2-1. Weber with her first swing and a miss. Blue Devil pitcher in the second doubleheader game. And that one's in there for a strike as well.
2-2 count now here for the Gaylord Blue Devils.
Yeah, so with a 2-2 count even. And let's see with Weber. As that one's fouled down the first base line. Once again, as we saw earlier today, Tyler, anything that's in the air down the first base line will be pushed and sliced foul. Not a good day for my golf game as well, going from left to right if I were hitting in this direction, Tyler. And, you can't really play the fade.
No, you cannot.
With the way that the wind's blowing this afternoon. As that one's in there low for ball 3, run the count full.
Good approach by this leadoff hitter, working the count full, making pitcher work up there.
Yeah, I agree. And that one skips inside. That'll be a leadoff walk for the Vikings.
That's what you need to do as a leadoff hitter. Get on base, let your people behind you eat.
So it was the Vikings in the top half of the doubleheader in the first inning that the side was struck out. So 1, 2, 3, that they went down in order. As that one skips in and advanced the runner to second base. So something brewing here early for the Vikings in the top half of the first inning with the 1-0 count. Weber having a hard time early on, just kind of locating that fastball. Let's see if she can settle in here. And that's a swing and a miss. Good rip by the Viking hitter, however, unable to catch up to the high heat. Maybe that's something that Weber can kind of hang her hat on as she moves forward here, Tyler.
Yep. Let's hope so.
As that one's foul tipped off the catcher right at home plate. So that'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's see if this batter works like the last one did and made the count full.
Yeah, take the count full.
Or try to get a base hit in there. Try to get that runner home or at least advance her to third.
Yeah, so 1-2 count. And that one's sliced down the first base line again, right down by our camera mount. Have to check with Next Level Broadcast and see if they've got their equipment insured, Tyler.
Yeah, we will.
As I dig through my pocket looking for my policy. So now we've got a 1-2 count for top of the first inning. Runner on second base. And the pitch. High, ball 2. Just missed.
Looked like he was ready to call that a strike.
Yeah, and then it carried up high at the last second.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, high again, so run the count full again for the second consecutive batter.
Again, she's working the count, making her work.
Yeah, the Vikings with a completely different approach here in the second game of the doubleheader as they had in the first game, Tyler. First game, they're a little bit more
anxious.
Yeah. Here's a 3-2 count, missed high and away. So back-to-back lead or back-to-back walks for the Vikings will bring up the third hitter of this inning. Runners on first and second, no outs.
She's just got to trust her defense out there. She's got to throw strikes, make the hitters hit the ball. You know, don't let them look for walks. Make them make contact with it.
You're absolutely right, Tyler. So here's the first pitch, strike in there. Good to see Weber get ahead in the count. Let's see if she can continue that trend and continue finding the strike zone. As that one's chopped foul, hit home plate. So now an immediate 0-2 count.
I think that also hit her bat on the way up, too.
Yeah.
So no matter what, that was going to be a foul ball.
Yep, you're right. So here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a little bit outside on that one. So 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. Two consecutive walks in the top half of the inning for the Vikings. Here's the pitch inside. Ball skips away from the catcher. Runners advance to second and third. Tough one to handle and squeeze in the mitt.
The inside pitch like that with the batter right there, yes, it is.
Right. Inside and low to a right-handed pitcher when you're a right-handed catcher.
Yeah.
It's hard to squeeze. As that one misses high and away again, so 3-2 count.
Again, we have our third batter working the count, making it full again. After it was 1-2 or 0-2 for some of the batters.
That's right. So here comes the payoff pitch. skips inside, ball 4. So a couple consecutive walks early on in the first inning for the Vikings as they've got something brewing here as the cleanup hitter walks into the batter's box. The righty getting her signs from the third base coach. Bases loaded. No outs, top of the first inning. Weber on the mound for the Blue Devils, just trying to let her fielders help her out as she throws this one in there for a swinging strike. Still a trend of the pitches coming in high. The fastball just missing high so far, Tyler. But the hitter took a swing at that one, and that one skips away from the catcher, coming around to score, making a attempt.
And I think she's going to get 2 runners in
and
here.
This will score 2.
And we got a runner on third, too, with that.
So runner advances from first to third. 2 runs are in on the wild pitch. Error.
Yep.
And so the Cadillac Vikings now have 2 runs without having a single base hit.
They've just been working the count. They're making the pitcher work, and they just
know
capitalizing on the errors there.
Right, know how to run the base paths.
Yep. And that second batter, she's lucky that she wasn't out because she didn't slide there.
So another swing and a miss. Run the count to 1-2. Still no outs. Weber looking to get the first out of the inning here, get out of this inning. Sometimes the first inning is the hardest one for a starting pitcher.
Yep, just had to settle down as a pitcher.
That's right. And there's a called strike 3. So with that, Weber gets her first strikeout of the game. Like to see her resolve on the mound, Tyler, after 2 runs coming around on an error, 3 consecutive walks, and then getting a strikeout.
Yeah, it was nice to see her finally finish off the batter, make it a
That's right.
1-2 count, and she finally finished it off with the low pitch.
Yeah.
Changeup.
Looked like a changeup inside that got her to swing and miss.
Yep.
So we now have a 0-1 count. The lefty hitter from Cadillac. Here's a ball that skips inside. Nice catch by the catcher there, able to stop that one from advancing to the backstop. Potentially saved a run as well. So 1-1 count. Runner on third base. And that one misses high, coming around from third. It's going to be a play at the plate and safe at home.
So we have
3 runs in for the Vikings in the top half of the first inning.
You know, they always say walks are then come back to hurt you. And she walked all 3 of the first batters, and all 3 of them came around to score so far now.
Well, that was just, you know, the pitch before that was a little low. That one came in high as a catcher. That's hard to guard against when the level of the pitch changes like that. So another good stop as that one skipped in there.
But the 3-1 count for this hitter, she doesn't have to swing anything unless it's in her zone.
Right. And that one swung on and missed a little bit high, but when you're changing the hitter's eye level like Weber is right now, being able to take advantage of a perception of the hitter. And that one skips in for ball 4. So advancing to first base will be another Viking runner. Rounding first, attempting and just kind of taking a look at the base path before heading back to first base.
Still only 1 out here. Look for the infield twist and get 2 here.
Right, as the shortstop and second baseman shade over towards second base, potentially trying to play for the double play, but that will be no longer in order. As that pitch gets away, runner advances to second base. So 3-0 early on to start the game. That one's in there for a called strike.
Yep, good pitch down there at the bottom of the zone. Good changeup or whatever that pitch was.
That looked like just a straight fastball, Tyler. You know, obviously when you're trying to find the strike zone, it's good to
throw the fastball.
Good to locate your fastball and begin to rely on that and build off of that. As she fires in back-to-back good-looking pitches. That one might have missed just a little bit down and outside.
Almost the same location as the last pitch, just a little bit.
Right.
Lower, I should say.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, stopped by the catcher. So Cadillac continuing to put themselves in favorable hitter counts. 3-1 pitch is on the way. And just missed inside. Maybe by a couple inches, Tyler. That one didn't miss by much.
You know, and that might be a good thing here that now that it sets up the double play. It sets up third baseman tagging third and then throwing it to first, or
Right. A lot of different double play scenarios in order right now for the Blue Devil defense.
You'd almost like to see the catcher go out there and try to settle down her pitcher a little bit,
Right.
or the coach or something.
Well, you know, with a 3-0 lead, I think you're still okay with it right now. I mean, the Vikings haven't put one in play yet, so
Right.
if you take the approach of just keeping it in the strike zone and letting the fielders help and come to your aid, I think that is definitely something that can change the shape of this inning quickly. As that one missed high and outside, 2-1 count now. Runners on first and second.
Another good count for the batter here. Hitters count.
Yeah, another favorable hitters count. 2-1 pitch is high and away. So 3-1 count now. Vikings still with something to still with a chance to put more runs on the board in the top of the first inning.
Yep.
And the 3-1 payoff pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch location there. You don't want to put that one too far over the heart of the plate, or else that one could get smashed into the gaps here in either right center or left center field. So 3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Low and inside, so ball 4.
No, it's a walk. She
so
gets it.
try to get the snap throw at third base, but to no avail as the runner was advancing on the base on balls.
Here we
So
go.
we'll see what's going on at the mound here. Looks like we have a slight pitching change for the Blue Devils. So that was a lesson learned as a young pitcher, Tyler. You want to you want to be able to depend on your infielders, and there's no doubt in my mind that the next opportunity Weber has to do that, she'll improve.
Yes, she will.
And learn from that experience and build from that opportunity, and that's what baseball at the junior varsity level is all about. Creating and building that experience. So once that player is called to rely on at the next level up at the varsity level, they're able to feel more comfortable in that situation.
And her stat line for this game is a crazy stat line. She finished with 0.1 innings. She gave up 3 runs. I would say 6 walks and no hits.
Okay.
So it's a weird stat line, something you don't see often with 3 runs scoring and giving up 6 hits, or 6 walks, I should say.
Yeah. And for her, obviously it just wasn't her day on the mound, but the next time she gets an opportunity to go out there and show what she can do, she can build off this opportunity, or build off it as a learning experience, and continue to progress and continue to have fun. That's what it's about. So we're trying to get a update on the pitching change.
We also have a catching change too.
Yeah, a whole battery exchange.
Yep.
So with that, we're going to step aside, hear from our friends at Jimmy John's and Gaylord, and be right back.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too.
And here we are after the pitching change for the Gaylord Blue Devils. Bases loaded, 1 out. First ball in there, a little high, misses up top. 1-0 count now. And that one's in there, just misses tall once again. So 2-0 count for the Cadillac Lady Vikings with the bases loaded. Still only one out in the top of the first inning if you're just joining us. And a beautiful pitch there right down the middle for a called strike.
She needed to see that go in the zone there. She needed to see a strike happen. So it's a 2-1 count here now for the batter. Good hitters count still.
And that one's in there for another strike. Swing and a miss. So finding the strike zone on consecutive pitches there, Tyler.
Good thing to see.
Yeah, a good model for consistency as well.
Yep.
Here is the 2-2 pitch. And
strike 3.
Strike 3 called. So, you know, coming in after the pitching change and the substitution, Tyler missed high, but with the next 3 consecutive pitches, found the strike zone with good velocity pitches.
Yep, something you like to see there. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes, get her out.
That's right. So base is still loaded. 3-0 lead for the Vikings. That one misses inside. Brushes the hitter off the plate a little bit. There's some serious velocity right now as it comes home from the pitcher's mound. 1-0 count. That's just a little low and inside as well. So 2-0 count now.
You know, again, same thing as the last hitter. Got down 2-0 and then threw 3 straight strikes. Let's see if she can follow up her same model as the last hitter.
Here's the pitch. And that one's in there, top of the strike zone, 2-1 the count.
Pitch.
Another strike. So count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yep.
And the 2-2 pitch is
hit her.
No.
Yeah, it hit her.
Yeah, it looked like it hit her left foot.
Yep.
As it just before it bounced, so that'll score another run for the Cadillac Vikings, increasing their lead to 4-0.
Well, no, we're calling that a ball, I guess. I think it hit the dirt before it hit the runner.
Let's just wait for it to play out and see.
I don't know.
So it was the ball was in the dirt. There was some confusion because people thought that it was a hit batter. But eventually what happened is a runner stole home due to the confusion. So now
it's 4-0.
Yeah, and they take their base.
Okay.
So just a little clarification there on on what just went down. Basically, it was a pitch in the dirt that was thought to be a hit by pitch, but it wasn't. And during the confusion of that, the runner came home to score. So 4-0, runners on first, bases loaded, and first pitch in there for a called strike. Vikings have batted around in the top of the first inning, but only have 4 runs to show for it. And that one is a swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove, so another strike, 0-2 count.
Well, they've yet to have a big hit where they have these runners on base. They've all been walks so far, so it's been, it's not driving in a lot of runs because you're not getting the big hit, the driving runs, I should say.
So the payoff pitch is swung on and missed. So the Blue Devils get out of the top half of the inning. Coming to the plate for the Blue Devils will be Depew, Wells, and James as they look to come back in this game and see what they can do as they find themselves down 4-0 heading into the bottom half of the first inning. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for today. Next Level Sandbag, Pine Squirrel, and Jimmy John's in Gaylord. Listen, folks, if you're in the mood for a freaky fast gourmet sandwich, whether it's pickup, delivery, Jimmy John's is your go-to source. Jimmy John's is the trusted pre-game sponsor of Next Level Broadcasting for all of our away game meals. And Tyler, tell the people at home watching about how satisfying Jimmy John's is for those away football games in the fall.
It's so good. Right before the game, you eat that sub and
You're ready to go.
Yes, you are.
Ready to, you almost feel like you're ready to play in the game itself. You get the number 7, the Vito, or the Club Lulu.
Yep, the Club Lulu.
The Club Lulu at Jimmy John's is a
fan favorite.
Not a fan favorite. I'd say like an employee favorite at Next Level Broadcasting. Yes. The Club Lulu is what we trust to fuel us up for our pregame meals. You should too at Jimmy John's in Gaylord. So Blue Devils down 4-0. Still waiting as we had a long delay in the top half of the inning. That's going to give us time to thank some of our other sponsors. We want to thank the Pine Squirrel in Gaylord. Listen, softball doesn't have to stop here. It can also be played at the Pine Squirrel right in the backyard. Pine Squirrel offers various softball leagues for all different skill levels, ages, and age of and experience levels. So check out the Pine Squirrel in Gaylord if you're interested in joining a recreational softball league today. Okay, we're getting ready to go as the catcher throws it down to second base. Leading off for the Blue Devils is Depew. Blue Devils find themselves in a 4-0 deficit. Need a rally, Tyler.
Yep.
Need a rally for the Blue Devils. First pitch to Depew is inside, skips in for a ball.
Like I've said all in basketball season and football, the best inning to be down, best quarter to be down is the first quarter, first inning is the best one to be down. You got so many innings to come back now.
That's right. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Nice off-speed breaker. Looked like a changeup that changed the eye level, and Depew wasn't necessarily looking for that pitch. Probably expecting a fastball there and got an off-speed. Just had to watch it go by for a strike. 1-1 misses high and away. Tyler, we saw a lot of high and away pitches in the first inning. As a hitter, when you find yourself down 4-0, what do you have to do as a approach in order to maintain that balance at the plate? As Depew gets a seeing eye single past the second baseman, she rounds first and is on base for the leadoff hit.
Like you asked me before, you have to be patient. You have to be selective at the bat. It doesn't matter that you're down 4-0. You still got 5 innings to score those runs, 6 innings to score those runs.
Right.
A lot of outs, a lot of
outs, a lot of opportunities to, and squaring to bunt.
And that
is Wells.
And that last hit there by Depew, it went right between the second baseman's legs there. It went right between the 5-hole, it looked like.
That's a hockey term there for everybody watching. So runner on second base, Depew advanced. And she's trying to get over the third base, but the Vikings the Vikings do just enough to deter her away from taking third base. So the count is 2-0 on Wells. No outs. Depew on second base. Here's the pitch, misses high. 3-0 count now for the Blue Devils.
3-0 count now. I don't know.
Yeah, 3-0. You gotta. I think you're taking this pitch all the way.
You have to.
And that one misses high, so Wells gets a walk. Next into the batter's box for the Blue Devils is James, number 21. Evelyn James. Runners on first and second. No outs. Evelyn takes inside for ball 1. Here's a pitch that's popped up way high in the air into left center field, but unable to make the catch. Trying to double off the runner at second base, but to no avail. So Evelyn James reaches on a lazy pop-up to left center field that just hung up in the air for almost an eternity, Tyler.
It felt like forever.
That must have had around 10 seconds of hang time.
It had to.
So base is loaded now.
Cleanup hitter here. I think it's Weber.
Right. We believe this is Weber. So we also would still need to check our lineup for the top half of the inning, as we had Weber as the pitcher for the first portion of the game, but that definitely was an error in our an error we made.
Oh, drop ball up to the top of the zone, makes it a 2-1 count. Good hitters count here. You expect a fastball here.
And that one misses low. Good job by the catcher here. This is it's kind of a anxious position to be in as a catcher when you know you need to block that pitch, because there's a runner on third base and they're more than likely will score if it gets by you. And that's exactly what happens. I spoke it into existence, Tyler.
You did there.
So the first run is in for the Blue Devils. That's Jada Depew as she comes around to score from third base on the wild pitch. So Cassie Severin now up to bat. First pitch to her is in there for a called strike.
Good pitch to the bottom of the zone there. Hard one to hit. If you make contact with that, you're just going to roll over to second and first.
Right.
Not going to do much with that one.
Definitely a good choice just to let that one go by. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Stopped at home plate by the catcher, though. 1-1 count on Severin. Foul tipped into the glove, so foul ball.
1-2 here now.
Yeah, 1-2 count for Severin. Bases loaded, no outs for the Blue Devils. They find themselves down 4-1. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2.
Good work in the count here for the Gaylord Blue Devils. Being selective, not swinging at the high ones, not swinging at the low ones.
Waiting to get their pitch.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2 inside.
Strike 3.
Oh, and looked like a curveball that caught the inside portion of the plate, Tyler, that broke late, froze the hitter.
Yep.
Good pitch.
It was. Got the inside part of the plate there and got the called third strike.
Yeah. Not often do you get a called strike 3 looking. And that one's going to miss high on the first pitch to Cronin. That one misses outside. Catcher unable to squeeze it. Coming around to score. Yes. Wells putting one on the board for the Blue Devils. 4-2.
Still got 2 runners on here in the 2-0 count.
Yeah, runners on second and third, 1 out. Cronin at the plate. That one skips in. Good eye. And also good plate discipline.
You know, and looking at the defense here, you have the shortstop playing deep in that hole. You have the whole entire middle of the field open. If anything goes through that middle, it's going to be up to the pitcher to stop it. If not, it's going to be a base hit up the middle.
And why worry about a base hit, though, when you can just take a 4-pitch walk?
Yep.
And that's exactly what Cronin did, as Matheson now has an opportunity to come into the plate with the bases loaded. So base is loaded for Matheson. 1 out. First pitch is pulled down the left field, or right to the third baseman. Attempt at it to first base is not in time. So Matheson will get an RBI single, and on the error throw, on the wild throw, 2 runs are going to come around to score for the Blue Devils.
Wow.
And 3 runs score.
On a dribbler to third there with an air, throwing air, and then
Yeah, Tyler, I'm not even going to attempt to guess how that one goes down in the scorebook.
I don't know how that would go down either. I'd assume you'd mark that first one as a hit because it should have beat it out no matter what.
Well, it'd be there wasn't an error from the third base.
Right,
The throw to third base, it would be the throw from first to second.
Yeah.
And then that one skipped into left field.
Right, and then left field didn't throw it in.
Yeah. You got to watch the film on that one, folks, so you can score it at home. I'm not going to take a stab at it.
No.
So the Blue Devils have responded with 5 runs of their own in the bottom of the first inning. Just being patient at the plate, Tyler, as we talked about.
Selective hitting, making sure they make contact, making the infield work a little bit and the outfield a little bit too there on the left field. No deep hits like we seen in the first inning of the first game there. Like the hit off the wall and the other one out in left field.
So with 1 runner on second base, Blue Devils up 5-4. It's Scholl. Matheson on second. Scholl takes the pitch high for ball number 1.
Oh, that was a good pitch there.
Just missed it a little high.
Just a little bit. Just right around the strike zone. Most of her pitches aren't missing by much. Not too many wild pitches.
Important to stay around the strike zone as a pitcher. If you're able to stay around the strike zone, you might get the benefit of a couple calls, Tyler.
Yep, you will. As long as you're around it all game.
That's right. So that one misses low. Skips inside as Scholl's going to take her position on first base. Coming up with runners on first and third is Marszlewski. Still only 1 out. She's going to fake a bunt, and advancing to second base is Scholl. No throw from the catcher. That's an easy steal, Tyler.
It is.
You could have got that one.
Yep.
And that one's pulled right past the shortstop for Marszlewski. 1 run in. Next run, rounding third, RBI single,
yep.
2 runs scoring in, or coming in for the Blue Devils. Marszlewski delivers, making it 7-4.
Good hit, just like I talked about. The whole middle of the field is open.
Right. Depew now stands into the batter's box. Her second plate appearance in the first inning. She waves and misses.
You know, and for the catchers, it must be a long inning because you're down there in that squat position for so long.
Yeah.
In between each pitch and everything. Hitter.
And we've got a hit by pitch. So Wells will come up with runners on first and second. Second at bat in the inning for her. And that one's in there for a called strike. Caught the top half of the strike zone. But advancing to third base is Marszlewski. Still on first is Depew.
Still only 1 out here.
That's right. Opportunity to continue to put some runs on the board as Marszlewski is going to come around to score.
Make it 8-4 now. Doubled up
the Vikings from the top half of the inning the Blue Devils have here in the bottom half.
You know, and that Vikings inning could have been a lot bigger if they would have got a couple hits there. Had potential there. Off the end of the back, down the first base line, went foul there.
So 1-2 count to Wells. And Blue Devils, this will be the 10th batter sent to the plate. 11th batter sent to the plate this afternoon in the second half of the doubleheader. 1-2 pitch is high. Count goes to 2-2.
Like to see our attacker here get in the strike zone, make her swing the bat here.
That's exactly what Wells is going to do as she pops this one up to the shortstop, who will make the put out. Wells is retired. 2 outs now for the Blue Devils.
And
Depew?
yeah, was being risky there at second base. She was waiting for the ball to be caught, and she almost got tagged out there for a double play there.
So James is going to pull this one down the left field line. Foul. Had a good swing on that one, just unable to time it up and stay in front of it. Got a little bit out in front, pulled it down the third base line. So 0-1 count for James. Once again, I want to apologize for the name confusion and mix-up earlier on in the top half of the first inning. Didn't get the pitcher's name correct. So I want to apologize for that, as looks like Depew was able to advance to third base on the wild pitch. Doesn't take much. Depew is pretty quick, Tyler.
Yes, she is.
That one misses high as well. What were you saying?
That's what you expect out of a leadoff hitter. Usually it's one of your faster players gets on base, you know.
Right.
Get you that extra base.
Be able to get on first, steal second,
Yep.
advance to third on a wild pitch, etc.
Yep.
And that one misses up top, or up high as James advances. Cleanup hitters Weber. Opportunity to extend the lead for the Blue Devils. Base hit, scores a run. Already with 8 runs across the plate in this first inning. First pitch is high. Throw down to second is not in time.
Safe though.
And the Blue Devils able to, as the throw went down to second, Depew from third came in to score. That's kind of the oldest trick in the book in terms of baseball. When you have a runner on first and third, send the runner to second and let the runner from third come in to score.
And that's a risky take if you get her out to second and say, oh.
And that one's ripped right up the middle, liner right through the box, as coming around from second base to score is James.
Wow.
And Weber takes second base on the advancement. That thing was absolutely smashed.
Ripped. It was smoked right up the middle.
Honestly, was impressed that the pitcher was able to get her body out of the way of that ball.
Those are some of the ones you see that, you know, it ends up hitting the pitcher and it leaves a bruise on you on the next day.
So first pitch is low all the way to the backstop for Severin. Blue Devils sending 15 hitters to the plate. 14 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the first inning as they try to add one more run. Severin swings and misses. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes.
Anything close here, she's got to swing.
Yep. Protecting the plate in her attempt to do so. She waves and misses. But Blue Devils put 10 runs on the board in a huge inning for the Gaylord Blue Devils, able to recover from that 4-0 deficit heading into the bottom half of the first inning. With that, we're going to step aside and be right back with the top half of the second inning, along with our friend and guest for the second inning, Nick Wenzel. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Top half of the second inning from Gaylord High School softball field. Blue Devils up 10-4 over the Cadillac Lady Vikings. I'm Charles Strail. Taking a second inning reprieve is Tyler Bowerman as he goes down to check on our equipment on the first base line. As I welcome in our guest this afternoon, Nick Wenzel. Nick, an avid softball player himself. You play at the Pine Squirrel in a couple different leagues. Tell the people the most important thing as it pertains to hitting a slow pitch softball pitch. You really got to wait on it, don't you?
You got to wait on it, yep.
And one of those things is that if you go up there looking to be too aggressive, the pitcher can really take advantage of that, can't they?
Yep.
And that's somewhat the case here for the Blue Devils in the bottom half of that first inning. They found themselves down 4-0, but didn't change their plate discipline and their approach at the plate, able to stay in the count, make the pitcher work, and then once they got their pitch, they didn't miss it.
Nope.
So, Nick, well, thank you for joining us for the second inning here. 10-4 lead for the Blue Devils. Here's the first pitch of the inning, in there for a swing and a miss. Good velocity on that fastball.
Was.
Here's the 0-1. In there for another called strike, so back-to-back heaters coming right down the pipe, Nick. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So 3 straight strikes and a leadoff, or a 1 up, 1 down.
Yep.
And Nick, you know, we talk about playing softball at the Pine Squirrel a lot. You play a lot of softball.
I do.
And what can you really respect in terms of what these young ladies are able to do hitting the softball?
Well, I respect that they're hitting really good.
Right.
They're hitting right on spot. They're staying focused on the plate, and they're just getting after it.
Right. Getting the barrel of the bat on the ball is the hardest thing to do.
Yep.
So 0-1 count. That one's fouled back over the screen right in front of us, or right over top of us, I should say.
Yep.
0-2 count already. Wasting no time on the mound. Gripping it and ripping it are the Blue Devils. And that one just misses high up top. 1-2 is the count. And the pitch swung on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts at the top half of the second inning. Pitching for the Blue Devils, it's, you know, pitching is an art, Nick. You know, being able to fire it in there with velocity and accuracy is something and a talent that not a lot of people have, but through hard work and training, anyone can, you know, kind of learn the trait of pitching, but it is an art form, no doubt about it.
Yep.
So first pitch misses outside, 1-0 count. We're in the top of the second inning.
Another strike here.
As that one was swung on and missed. Two outs. Blue Devils lead 10-4. Tom Pratt, our home plate umpire today, wearing the Pine Squirrel microphone. And another swing and a miss. Seeing a lot of swing and misses from the plate this top half of the inning, Nick.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep your eye on the ball when you're facing a different pitcher, different look.
Yeah.
Ball comes out of the hand differently, different speed as well.
Yep.
As that one's a called strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for the Blue Devils in the top half of the inning. We'll be back with the Blue Devil at-bats in the bottom of the second, right after this.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We're in the bottom of the second from Gaylord High School softball field. I'm Charles Strail, joined by Tyler Bowerman, Nick Wenzel. Nick, we were here last Thursday when the Gaylord Varsity team beat Petoskey, and that was a pretty entertaining game as a couple balls left the ballpark in that one. So far, we're still kind of struggling to see a lot of hits in this one. A couple big hits in the prior game of the first game of the doubleheader, all the way to the fence, so some excitement there. We've seen a lot of runs cross the plate here, 14 in total so far.
Yeah.
What do you want to see from the Blue Devils at the plate in the second inning to continue building on what they've established in the first inning?
Well, like they are now, just staying focused on the pitching and just coming back-to-back strikes. Good throws, good team effort, work together. Stay disciplined.
Stay disciplined at the plate, right?
Yep.
Yeah. When you find your pitch that's a strike, don't miss it, don't take it, don't foul it off.
Yep.
That's what Ted Williams said. So the first batter to the plate is Cronin for the Blue Devils, and she'll take a pitch up top for ball number 1. Another wonderful afternoon. Last couple games we've been at, Nick, have been picturesque spring days in the state of Michigan, especially this time of year.
Yeah. You can just definitely tell the one from about Petoskey.
That's right.
That game was a little rough.
So Cronin fouls that one back over the screen, out of play. 1-1 count. Cronin has been on base in every single one of her plate appearances so far today, as that one skips in and bounces past the catcher, unable to stop that one. Run the count to 2-1. That one misses outside again, so 3-1 count now for Cronin. Blue Devils still lead at 10-4. 10 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Good way to respond after the Vikings have got 4 runs in the top half.
It was. I was very impressed with them, with the Blue Devils out here today. They're just doing a great job.
And that one's going to miss inside, so Cronin will take her base leadoff walk for the Blue Devils. Matheson coming up with 1 runner on, no outs. All right, first pitch to Matheson is swung on and missed. Advancing to second is Cronin. She'll slide in there safely. A little bit of anticipation on that throw as we were waiting to see if the shortstop was able to catch it and then apply the tag. Unable to do so, so Cronin awarded the stolen base. 0-1 count to Matheson at the plate. That one's popped straight in the air to center field. Center fielder makes a catch, tagging and advancing as Cronin to third base. So Matheson does her job of advancing the runner to third. Coming up now for the Blue Devils will be Scholl. And first pitch is high and away and sliding on the wild pitch. And coming around to score is Cronin. It almost looked like that might have hit the bat for a foul ball, Nick.
Yeah.
Pretty close to getting a piece of the handle of the bat. And that's always one that stings as a hitter when the handle of the bat gets hit by the ball and it hits your hand.
Yeah.
But you don't get it hit by a pitch because it hit the bat first.
You know, Charles, it almost looks like a hit batter, too.
It does. It feels like a hit batter if you're the batter.
Yeah.
So the 1-0 pitch is outside. Good eye, good plate discipline being shown by the Blue Devils here. Kylie takes the 2-0 pitch, is going to pop this one up on the infield and taken and play made by the third baseman. Coming into the plate with 2 outs for the Blue Devils, Marszlewski. 11-4 lead for the Blue Devils as we're still in the bottom of the second inning. And swung on and missed. Nice pitch. Good action on that ball as it broke right as it was crossing the plate.
Yep. It was called for a strike there, too.
Oh, 1 pitch. Misses high. That's a hard pitch to take right there, Nick. Something high in the zone, something you might be able to turn on. The 1-1 pitch to Marszlewski is missing again high. But that, and I played baseball, and especially slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
And that high pitch is so hard to lay off of.
Yeah.
And that one bounces in for ball number 3. 3-1 count for Marszlewski, the number 9 hitter for the Blue Devils lineup in the second half, or the second of this doubleheader this afternoon. 3-1 pitch is high again, so she'll advance on the walk. 2-out walk for the Blue Devils. Here's the pitch to Depew. Trying to steal second is Marszlewski, and she's going to be in with a stolen base. First pitch steal. Advance her into scoring position for Depew. 1 ball, no strike count. And the pitch to Depew is grounded back to the pitcher. And unable to field it, make the play at first base. So Depew safe on the error by the pitcher on the infield. So Blue Devils taking advantage of that. They'll take it. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Coming to the plate as Wells with an opportunity to get a base hit. Base hit, you get an RBI.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Stealing second base is Depew. A good job of restraint by the Cadillac catcher, not throwing that ball down to second base. Otherwise, the Blue Devils would have been able to score from third.
Yep.
Depew's going to line this one right back up the middle. Base hit off second base. And in to score is Marszlewski. Coming around third, coming in to score as well is Depew. And Wells takes second on the advanced throw. So that'll extend the lead to 13-4. Evelyn James up for the Blue Devils with an opportunity, runner in scoring position. Wells advanced on the throw. And she'll take ball 1 inside. Skipping past the catcher and advancing to third is Wells. And the Vikings having a hard time getting it back to the pitcher here, but Wells is going to stay on third base for now.
Yep.
Here's the pitch, and that's ball 2 high. High and away. So 2 balls, no strikes for James at the plate. James has had a good night so far, reaching in all of her plate attempts. That one's going to be airmailed past the catcher and coming to score as well. So another run put on the board for the Blue Devils. Make it 14-4. James with a 3-0 count here, Nick. Probably going to let this one go by. Take it all the way.
Yep.
And she's swinging. She pokes this one deep to left center field. That's down all the way to the fence. James rounding first. She's going to cruise into second with a double. That was a, sometimes on those 3-out pitches, Nick, no one is expecting you to swing. But if you swing and you make good contact, you can end up with a double just like that. Hit it all the way to the fence. Excellent piece of hitting by James. And now she finds herself in scoring position as Weber comes to the plate for the Blue Devils. And that one bounces inside for ball number 1. Just to go back on that hit by James, that had some serious velocity on it, didn't it, Nick?
It did.
The exit velo, as they call it now, was pretty high, as the wild pitch will advance James to third base. 2-0 count on Weber at the plate. And the pitch is pulled down the left field line, eventually going foul. Just couldn't hold back on that one long enough to keep it in play. So run the count to 2-1. Nick, those are the hard pitches to hang back on because you know it's your pitch. You just got to be patient when you see it coming.
Yep.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. In there for a called strike.
Like our guy says, don't wait for it.
That's right.
Rip it.
So 2-2 count for Weber. And that one's high, misses all the way to the backstop. Coming in to score is James. So on the wild pitch, James comes from third to score. Unfortunately for Weber, that takes away that RBI opportunity.
Yeah.
But with a full count, you can either get on base with a walk, but got to protect the plate here nonetheless.
Yep.
Then the payoff pitch is pulled right up or pushed right up the middle in between the shortstop and second baseman. Weber with a hit right up the box. Blue Devils now up 15-4. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. And this one's popped up high in the sky to center field, and nice play made by the center fielder for the Vikings. That'll retire the side for the Blue Devils, but they put another 3 runs on the board. 5 runs on the board in the bottom half of the second inning as we head to the top of the third. Blue Devils up 15-4. And with that being the case, 15-4, top of the third inning, we're going to welcome back into the broadcast Tyler Bowerman. We want to thank our special guest, Nick Wenzel, for joining us for the second inning. Nick, good luck to you in your softball league at the Pine Squirrel this year. We know you're going to have another good team be in contention for that championship once again. So thank you for joining us, Nick. And as always, thanks for being a part of the Next Level Broadcasting.
No problem. Glad to be here, Charles.
So a couple substitutions made for the Blue Devils in the bottom half of that blue inning, and for all the viewing audience, we're not even going to try to follow the substitution patterns, as we didn't get any notification on that. So we apologize for any
Substitution errors.
Any substitution errors. In softball, all the substitutions go through the home plate umpire.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll just have to work in better sync and coordination with the home plate umpire to be abreast of those substitutions as best as we can. So with the Blue Devils up 15-4, top of the third inning rolls around, and the Vikings haven't had anything going since the first inning. And the first inning they got 4 runs on
6 walks.
Yeah, a litany of walks, but still, I want to say looking for their first hit.
They are. I think they are. Because last inning they struck out, I think, all 3 times, and then the inning before was just all walks. So, yeah, I don't think they have gotten a hit yet.
So that might be something that they can accomplish here in the bottom of the third inning. Obviously, the Blue Devils want to have a 1-2-3 inning just like the last 2. 6 strikeouts in the last 2 innings for the Blue Devils. So it's been pretty impressive.
It has been. Nice pitching from this relief pitcher, I should say.
Yep.
Second pitcher coming in today. Got out of the jam in the first inning with a couple strikeouts, and then got 3 strikeouts in the next inning.
Yep. Not sure what the delay is, as we're, I think, waiting for the catcher, who is the leadoff hitter.
I don't
Or
know.
maybe a substitution.
Maybe, I don't know. Don't know what we're waiting on for sure.
I want to say it was a substitution.
Maybe yeah, it was a substitution because she came over and talked to Tom Pratt before the inning started.
Yeah, so it was a substitution, making sure we got the right points of clarification as we start off the top of the third inning. 15-4, Blue Devils lead it. That one's in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. Can't draw it up any better than that.
No, you cannot. And she's throwing gas in there. All strikes.
That's right.
So far.
A lot of velocity on the pitches. And second pitch is low, so count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Changes the eye level for the hitter and coaxed them into a swing.
Yep.
Not able to catch up with that one, especially at this velocity, changing the height, going high. The high heat's always tough to lay off of.
It's always hard to hit, though, too.
That one's in there for a called strike 3, so another strikeout for the Blue Devils pitching staff. And Vikings seem a little bit intimidated.
They
kind of facing or looking down the barrel right now.
They definitely do. They look more timid at the plate than the first inning.
Right, as that one is a beautiful pitch in there at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Getting ahead of the count is something important in baseball and in softball, Tyler. And let's see if the Blue Devils can continue that trend here. 0-1 pitch, just misses inside.
Usually when you work ahead in the count, you have more control over what you can do, what pitches you can throw, where you can throw them.
Right.
And it entices the hitter to swing more, too.
And that one's in there for another called strike. So 1-2 count, 1 out, top of the third inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in the top half of the third inning. Blue Devils putting on a pitching clinic right now. 8 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Good pitches, throwing them in there, making strikes, making the batter swing.
Changing the eye level, too, for the hitter.
Yep.
2 up, 2 down. Here's the first pitch. And that one's low and inside. Moves the count to 1 ball, no strikes. Blue Devils trying to seal this sweep of the doubleheader this afternoon. That one's in there for a strike.
Yep.
1-1 catches the inside part of the plate. Run the count to 1-2. 2 down in the top of the third.
You know, this is one of those places where you can make her chase a little bit, trying to throw it down the zone or up
Maybe
away.
change the eye level, yeah. And that one is low. Maybe a setup pitch there, Tyler.
Yep.
Maybe 6 inches off the ground there. If you change the eye level here with something high, maybe around the belt level.
Strike 3.
Just like that, you're going to get a called strike 3. So 9 straight strikeouts for the Blue Devils. And with that, we're going to step aside and hear from our friends at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. That's a proud provider of Vision Source right in Gaylord. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
DC Michigan State.
And we're back. Bottom of the third inning. It's going to give us a chance to thank our sponsors for bringing this broadcast to you this afternoon. We want to thank our friends at the Pine Squirrel, Jimmy John's, and Next Level Sandbag. Also, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, a proud Vision Source provider with 4 locations in Gaylord, Bel Air, Boyne City, and Sheboygan. I'm Charles Strail, joined by Tyler Bowerman this afternoon from Gaylord High School softball field as the Gaylord Junior Varsity is up 15-4 over the Cadillac Vikings. And recently, 9 straight strikeouts by the Gaylord pitching staff. And last inning, Blue Devils scored 5 runs. In the first inning, Blue Devils were able to put 10 runs across the plate. So 15 runs in the past 2 innings. Blue Devils looking to add more to it. Leading off this inning
If they get
will be Cronin, followed by Matheson.
and then Skoll.
And what were we saying, Tyler?
If they get 4 more runs here now in the bottom of this third inning, it'll be a mercy here.
That's right. So Cronin's going to ground this one to the second baseman. Easy put out on the play there.
That's what he
4-3, the ruling on that one for anybody who is interested in keeping the official score.
That's what you call pitching efficiency. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's right. Good way to keep the pitch count down.
Yep.
Make them hit it right to your second baseman. So with 1 down, Matheson up to the, and let's see here. Nope, no run. You know, the Vikings kind of throw that ball around when it is in the infield, and sometimes you always got to check to see if there's a runner on base who can advance, as we've seen so much of that happening early this afternoon. Matheson's going to line this one into right field, over the head of the right field who misplayed it. That's going to go to the wall. Matheson rounding second, going all the way to third. She's in there. Coming home is Matheson, and she's going to score all the way. Can we call that a full 360, Tyler?
Yeah, I think you can. No errors in the play. Right fielder just misjudged that ball a little bit, came in on it when it went back and
So
went over her head there.
We'll give her the inside the park home run on that one.
Yep.
I think that was justly deserved. 16-4 now for the Blue Devils, and this one's popped down the right field line. Going to be a tough play. That's in there. Fair ball.
You know, and that's one of those rare ones where you see hit down the right field line and it stays fair there.
Well, the wind has kind of subsided.
Yeah, it has.
If you were joining us earlier, the wind was blowing from left field out to right field, so anything hit down the first base line was pushed foul. That one hung up in the air. Maybe it had some a certain type of spin on it to keep it in play. Scoring around a bunt and putting a nice bunt down. Pitcher got to make a tough play and does, but runner advances to second base.
It's a good bunt there.
Yeah.
Advances the runner, does her job, but almost got safe there on that bunt too.
That was Marszlewski able to advance the runner. Jada Depew now standing in the batter's box for the Blue Devils. Opportunity for an RBI here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Missing high. So 2-0 on the leadoff hitter, Depew. Depew has reached on every plate appearance so far.
I think she's scored every time, too, so far.
And that one's inside for ball number 3. So now is the number 1 question of all baseball, softball. What do you do on a 3-0 count? Earlier we saw James rip a 3-0 fastball all the way to the left center field fence. Let's see what Depew does here. And that one misses high. So a walk for Depew as the runner advances to third base. Wells. Ava Wells now up to bat for the Blue Devils. Last time up, she had an RBI single that scored 2 runs. That one's high and away past the catcher, and a run will score for the Blue Devils. 17-4 advantage now. Runner advances to second. Wells in a 1-0 count. And the pitch. Misses high again. It's been a trend for the Cadillac pitching staff. A lot of the times that they've missed has been high or high and away.
Yep.
We've also seen a few pitches down in the dirt. As Wells going to rip this one into left field. Coming around third is Depew, and she will score. So Wells with another RBI single.
Yep.
3rd RBI in her last 2 plate appearances as she hit that one right off the sweet spot of the bat.
Made solid contact, drove in the left field, got a single in there, and got the RBI there from
That's right.
running from second.
So James up to bat. Last time James took a 3-0 fastball for a ride all the way to the left center field fence. That was an impressive piece of hitting her last time at the plate. Let's see if she can do something again and bring the run around score from first base. That would be quite something. And that one's bouncing ball in the dirt. Advance Wells to second base. 2-0 count, good hitters count for James as she stands back in, getting ready to get the pitch. See if it's what she's looking for. And taking a ball, missing up high. So another 3-0 count. Last time she was in this position, she didn't take it. She got a fastball down the heart of the plate. And this time won't have the opportunity to as she advances on the wild pitch to first base. Wells goes to third. Runners on the corners now
You only need one
for
run.
Weber.
You only need 1 run here to walk it off, basically. Be a mercy rule, technically.
Right. So I believe we have a substitution and Cersley at the plate.
I think she batted earlier too.
Right.
I think
I just think we missed it.
Yeah.
So wanna apologize to
the viewers at home.
The viewers at home. I believe that we confused Severin for Cersley. Two balls, no strikes. And that one misses high. So another 3-0 count for Cersley. Runners on second and third. Base hit will score 2 runs here. And taking that one for a called strike. Count goes to 3-1 is Cersley. One of these opportunities as a hitter when you know you're supposed to, you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And that one's going to miss high and away. And Cersley advance.
Wait, we got the opportunity to get the runner out at second there, but
Yeah, the runner at second thought that the runner on third, Wells, would try and score on the wild pitch. It was ball 4.
Yep.
So some slight confusion there for the Blue Devils on the base paths. And so the bases are loaded and that one's going to skip, and coming around to win the game will be Wells on the wild pitch. So for everyone viewing from home or wherever you're viewing from, we want to thank our sponsors this afternoon from Jimmy John's, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Pine Squirrel in Gaylord, Next Level Sandbag as well. Thank you for those sponsors to bring this game to you wherever you're watching from. Parents, grandparents, interested parties. We'll be back for some more Gaylord High School softball later on next week. We'll be covering the Junior Varsity game on Monday night. So make sure you subscribe, like the Next Level Broadcasting channel, and when we're live with a game, you'll get a notification right to your smartphone or device letting you know that we're covering a game. So with that, myself, Tyler Bowerman, Nick Wenzel, and Charles Strail, we thank you for tuning in. Everyone have a great rest of the evening. Good night.
Did you see